It was a Tuesday morning in the California desert when mechanic Jake Sullivan found what legends are made of. Behind a weathered barn door, buried under 9 decades of dust and rust, sat a 1932 Ford three-window coupe. Most would have seen a pile of rust. Jake saw history. He saw the most iconic hot rod body style ever created, waiting to be reborn. This Ford wasn't always a wreck. Back in 1932, it rolled off Henry Ford's assembly line in Dearborn, Michigan. Black paint, steel body, flathead V8 engine. It cost $710. The first owner was a traveling salesman named Robert Miller. He drove it across America. The Ford became his trusted companion through the Great Depression. But Robert had a secret. On weekends, he'd take the Ford to dry lake beds and race it. By the late 1940s, the hot rod movement was born. Robert chopped the roof, lowered the stance, and joined California's underground racing scene. That chopped roof line, you see. Robert did that in his garage with a hacksaw and determination. The Ford became legendary at El Mirage Dry Lake. They called it Miller's Rocket. But time catches everyone. In 1958, Robert passed away at age 63. His son inherited the Ford, but he didn't understand hot rods. He didn't understand his father's passion. The car sat and sat and sat. Decades passed. The Ford sat silent as the world changed around it. The 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s. Each year, rust crept deeper. The flathead V8 seized solid. The leather turned to dust. The chrome dissolved. Rain leaked through the barn roof. Mice built nests in the seats. The once legendary Miller's Rocket became a forgotten relic, buried under farm equipment and broken dreams. 90 years of history reduced to rust. Jake Sullivan bought the wreck for $8,000 from Robert's grandson, who just wanted it gone. Back at his shop, Jake began the resurrection. Frame-off restoration. Every bolt, every panel, every piece of history documented and preserved. The frame went to the sandblaster. 9 decades of rust exploded away in clouds of orange dust, revealing straight steel underneath. Still solid, still strong. Henry Ford built them to last. But Jake made one decision that would honor Robert Miller's memory. Keep it traditional. No modern shortcuts, no billet aluminum. This would be a traditional hot rod, just like Robert built in 1947. A rebuilt flathead V8 arrived from the machine shop. Not an LS swap, not a Hemi, a real flathead, just like Henry Ford designed. Chrome valve covers, triple two-barrel carburetors, the way hot rods were meant to be. The paint, deep, glossy black. 12 coats of clear coat, hand-rubbed to a mirror finish. When you looked at it, you saw yourself reflected perfectly. Brown leather interior, hand-stitched, traditional, elegant, a tan convertible top, chrome headlights on stands, everything faithful to the golden age of hot rodding. 9 months later, the resurrection was complete. The morning of the first start, Jake's hands trembled slightly as he poured fuel into the tank. 90 years had passed since this car was new. 66 years since Robert Miller last drove it. He primed the carburetors, checked the timing, set the choke, then he turned the key. The starter engaged. The flathead turned over once, twice, 3 times, and then it fired. That distinctive flathead rumble, a sound that defined American hot rodding, filled the workshop. Not the scream of a modern engine, the deep, burbling thunder of a traditional flathead V8. Jake blipped the throttle. The triple carburetors responded instantly. The exhaust note deepened. Chrome shook slightly from the vibration. After 9 decades of silence, Miller's Rocket was alive again. The first drive was on a Sunday morning down California's Pacific Coast Highway, the same road Robert Miller had raced on 75 years ago. Behind the wheel, Jake could feel history. The manual transmission shifted with mechanical precision. The flathead pulled smoothly, not fast by modern standards, but with character, with soul, that no computer-controlled engine could replicate. The chopped windshield framed the road ahead perfectly. Wind rushed over the tan convertible top. The glossy black paint reflected the golden California sun. At a stoplight, an old man in a vintage pickup pulled alongside. He rolled down his window and shouted, "Is that Miller's rocket?" Jake's jaw dropped. "You know this car?" The old man smiled. "I raced against Robert Miller at El Mirage in 1953. I thought this car was lost forever. I can't believe someone brought it back." "You didn't just restore a car," the old man said, gripping Jake's hand. "You preserved a legend." Today, the 1932 Ford three-window coupe sits at car shows across California. People gather around it. Old men tell stories. Young kids dream of building their own hot rods. Jake never sells it. This car isn't his to sell. It belongs to history. It belongs to Robert Miller's memory. It belongs to everyone who believes that with enough passion, enough dedication, and enough respect for the past, anything can be resurrected. This is more than a car. It's a rolling monument to the golden age of American hot rodding, a reminder that legends never truly die. They just wait in forgotten barns for someone who believes. The legend of the 32.